Well, hello there, brave warriors of Kurdistan. We are continuing in our quest to defeat Bashar al-Assad and ISIS. Two separate entities, but one threat, of course. We're going to go ahead and try and actually funding an infiltration cell. Now, what we're going to try to do here, guys, is we're going to try to infiltrate the actual Syrian government, and we're gonna have to spend a lot on this. So I'm gonna spend $150,000, which is a nice little chunk of our money there, and hopefully this will be enough to fund a nice infiltration. We've already launched a communication and recruitment campaign. Total budget is $300,000. We could go ahead and maybe put a little bit more in there. Let's put in another $100,000. Now we've got billions to spend, but we do want to be careful. Confirm there, and of course we've got a meeting.
No thanks. My ulcer can't take it.
I will offer a bribe
Be more
because we need
precise.
mercenaries, so I'm going to see
What
50
amount are you
grand
thinking of exactly?
should be enough to secure us some mercenaries. Come on.
Thank you. Thanks. Yes. It's
Good.
a good idea.
Guys, we're getting some mercenaries.
No problem.
And we're getting funding
seem to
as
have
well.
covered-
Now, we have to pay in for the funding, so it's probably not going to pay off, but a little bit of our money will come back to us, so it's not the end of the world there at all. This is the situation right now. We've got Aleppo, but we don't have any spoils of war. It's really interesting how we managed to take quite a nice city, but ISIS has basically wrecked this city. There's bombs everywhere, as you can see. There's also a base camp over here that I just noticed now in the city that belongs to the Syrian rebel army, the moderates. And right now, I believe we're at war with them, too. We're at war with just about everybody. Let's actually take a look. Yes, so we are at war with Syria, Iraq, not with the Jihadist Caliphate, but we're not at war with the rebels. This is interesting. So I'm going to propose a peace treaty. I don't want to propose a peace treaty to Syria. We're going to ask them if they'll give us independence. If they give us independence, we can end this war now. I mean, this is pretty good. Our standoff right now is pretty decent as long as they don't keep attacking. And we've got a lot of units coming over here to face the Turks. As you guys know, right now, the Syrians and the Turks are at war, which makes our position a little safer, actually, because we don't have to fight Bashar al-Assad's army. He's kind of not paying attention to us. We've got a few rebel camps here. And there we go, 267 new mercenaries from our Sudanese friends.
We seem to have covered every subject. Thank you very much for the interview.
You are welcome, sir. Let's go ahead and try to find other foreign political parties, guys. The more the merrier. The Congo Workers' Party, yes, of course. And we also have a meeting with a diplomat here from Lesotho.
Sure. Dark and strong, please. I hope you didn't make me come here to hear you discussing your favorite holiday resorts.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, well, let's see. If he's going to be a jerk, well, let's just offer a bribe.
It's tempting, but... yeah.
Nothing. Useless. All right, we're going to keep finding those foreign networks. The foreign networks are really the only ones that can provide us with troops. So we do need to be careful. Let's get the Namibian Prime Minister over here, or the Namibian Ambassador, I'm sorry, for their Communist Party. And let's see, we've talked to the Russian one. She's already given us a lot. Let's talk with the Mozambique, yes! And actually, my family has a history in this country. Portugal, imperialism, it happens. Let's go ahead and continue. And let's take a look at the newspaper here. The Jihadist Caliphate attack in the eastern Aleppo region, putting together a refugee convoy. And of course, Kobani is once again under attack. What else is new? The Prime Minister of Foreign Affairs, Makhtar al-Matoun, officially informs Turkey of Syria government's disapproval with regard to the troops stationed near the borders. I would suspect so. Right now, it's a very weird situation. Now, there's some firing going on. I just want to make sure it's not coming from our lines. I don't think it is. Oh boy, they're coming awful close. Alright, agreement negotiation. They refused it, of course.
This illegal organization has sent a...
Nice, got some money. And at this point, all we can do, guys, is just keep funding the infiltration. Funding the securing of the network is interesting. I don't know if we can actually get this, but we might as well go ahead and throw 100 grand into it, too. Confirm that. very small percentage of our spending. And, no. Let's continue. We're going to speed up things a little bit here. But so far, it doesn't look like anyone's attacking us, and that, guys, is a good thing. It really is. A meeting with the Congo Workers' Party.
Sure. Dark and strong, please. Yeah.
No, he's not going to fund us. Alright, we got some new arrivals, guys, some mercenaries here. 27 new arrivals. This is all we got. It was an effective campaign, you know, our funding of new units, but we only got 27. So we need more recruits. It's very, very low recruitment figures.
A great show of international...
34 new mercenaries from the Democratic Azerbaijani Party.
No problem.
We want to get in touch with the Lesotho Workers' Party.
Sure.
And that's it. We'll end the meeting. I really want to find more foreign networks. And we're going to fund, guys. Right here, we've got $1.92 billion operating budget to spend. We are going to launch a communication and recruitment campaign. And this time, we're going to spend $100 million. Yeah. 1 million. There we go. Well, let's spend 1 million. How about we spend 9 million? I think we can only spend millions at a time. That's quite a bit, and that's like half of our budget. I'm going to confirm it. It's that simple. I want to get reinforcements. I want to get recruits to keep fighting our battles. Without an army, we're useless. So let's keep going. And here we go. You know, we always get worried when Bashar al-Assad's units are going by. And that's a Russian plane! The Russian plane just hit the rebel camp over here. I'm glad they're not hitting our rebel camps, but we're very, very close here to one of the rebel camps. Now, of course, we're not at war with them, but we're not allied with them either. It's a very tenuous relationship. We're sharing land, but at least we're not getting bombed by the Russians. That's one positive aspect. Here we go. We found an ISIS camp. This is not good. And we've got a battle in Al-Thawda. I want to get...
No problem.
Guyanese reformist.
Sure. Yeah.
And we've got a battle, guys, in Al-Thawda. This is where we have to be very careful. Let's see who's attacking us here. Looks like it's going to be Bashar al-Assad's troops. Let's take a look. Nope, it's actually jihadist rebels. It's ISIS. We're going to grab these mercenaries, guys, send them over to Al-Thawda. And if we can get even more men to go over there, I will send them. I don't think we can, though. Except for some armed extremists. And let's send our pickup trucks. Let's hope that they don't meet any resistance on the highway. Making it to Al-Thawda, well, not the highway, the desert, rather. We're going to be cutting in front of some of Bashar al-Assad's convoys, so I hope they don't see us as a threat. But they definitely could. It looks like they're going to go to war with that ISIS camp right there, and that makes me feel very safe. It's good to see that they're attacking it, but not so safe because they could start attacking us at any moment. And it looks like we're being hit here by an ISIS convoy. Look at that. We actually caught them before they got over here to the base camp, but they managed to make it there, and that's no good. Let's go ahead and...
No problem. I intended to do that anyway.
I think we have another foreign network to talk to. Yes, Liberia, it is Nemembe. No, it's Michael Nyagu. Nemembe is a legitimate son. Oh, you are very good, Michael. I like you very much. I hope you will be a good leader for your country. And there we go. Oh, my goodness. The U.S. coming in with a bombing, an airstrike right there on the ISIS camp. But they're still holding it. And maybe we can take that ISIS camp. We've got 5,818 armed extremists here in Aleppo, but I don't know if we're going to leave our most powerful city here, to be honest with you. I hope these mercenaries can get here on time. Let's see what the newspaper says. Alright. Still no action in the war between Syria and Turkey. Libya, Monday the 29th, Jihadist Caliphate Libya conflict. Holy crap. Well, Libya's having its own problems with jihadists here. 2 new arrivals. That's pretty pathetic. Okay, now we've got a meeting with the Liberians.
No thanks.
Gambia
No
freedom.
problem. I intended to...
He doesn't have much money yet anyway, and he's only got 1% power, so that guy's really not worth it anyway. But let's talk with the Gambia Freedom Leader. Once again, 1%. The only reason to have meetings with these guys is to get into contact with stronger terrorist cells. Otherwise, they're kind of useless. So let's see. Not crazy with having an ISIS base right there on the right side. It's really unnerving. We have to spare no expense in getting troops over there. And actually, we've got armed extremists trying to take over this city. We should be able to take over it, Othauda, pretty easily. So let me actually jump in. I don't see the enemy here. There we go. And Othauda is now ours again. Athauda, however, is not ours. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get the guys from Othauda right here and send them back to Athauda. If we can get there in time, we might just be able to salvage it. Hello, put me Chun Hwan Nam, Burmese Myanmar Democratic Forces leader.
No problem.
And unless you could supply me with mercenaries, I'm not going to offer a bribe. There we go. Well,
be more precise.
He doesn't have a country that's got a lot of money.
What
I'm
amount are
going
you
to
thinking
offer
of
just
exactly?
30 grand.
It's a little disappointing.
Ah,
was...
you bastard.
Yes.
Good.
It's a good idea.
Fair enough. So you know what? He took the 30 grand, and he's still going to fund us, even though he wasn't very happy with it. That makes me happy. We need more and more rebels. There we go. Oh my goodness, the Russians coming in, hitting the Syrian rebel army there. And I mean, we're not in, we're not allies with them. We're not enemies either. They actually helped us take back Othauda. So they're kind of friends with us. I don't like to see them getting hit with all those airstrikes. They're not nearly as bad, obviously, as ISIS, and they're helping us fight Daesh as well. Kamishli, there is a airbase right there, which probably supplies a lot of the air attacks to this area. But I'm not going to be attacking. I'm not going to mess with it. At least not now. However, we do have to consider other avenues to get more troops, other ways of funding more troops. And there we go. Now that is a recruitment campaign. 197 new arrivals. They say the results are poor, but actually I think this is pretty good. The campaign was run too soon after the previous one. I guess people are using iPhones to communicate and join the Kurdish resistance, which is pretty realistic, I would suppose, believe it or not, especially in this new technological age we live in. So there we go. A lot of forces here that Bashar al-Assad has, and I'm guessing that they're just preparing for a possible war with Turkey. There's actually a lot of Syrian refugees that ran away to Turkey, so some of the people are much happier here. And I see what's going on. This is where the fight is happening. Tremendous amount of bombings taking place there in Idlib. Feel very bad for the people living there, and I would leave too. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying this series. I don't know how much longer we're going to continue it for, but we'll probably continue it until the very end of the series, which I believe ends on 2018. I could be wrong about that. So if we can get some troops by then and maybe even take a few more areas, that'd be great. I think we want to focus on ISIS, on Daesh, and so far I don't actually even see any Daesh units, which means that we've managed to crush them pretty significantly, but they definitely still have base camps like the one off to the far right here next to the river. We may need to turn our attention to attacking possibly some of Bashar al-Assad's cities here. And there we go, 66 mercenaries from the Gambians. I love it. So the more the merrier, guys. That's the way I see it, at least. And obviously this helps our cause. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. If you have any suggestions as to what to do, please do let me know. And oh my goodness, something occurred. The armed conflict against Syria ends with the death of Mohammed Khallah, who was killed while he was trying to force through a checkpoint in a tractor. Numerous rebel leaders have nonetheless managed to escape, and the authorities fear they might go on to set up an underground organization. And guys, we are Mohammed Khallah, so our leader has been killed. Unfortunately. Now, I'm going to see what happens. I'm guessing we get a new leader. Nope, he's still there. That's a little weird.
No problem. Yes, it's...
and some mercenaries from Myanmar. But that is weird. So maybe he's just wounded, and he was able to return, because that's definitely Muhammad Kalla, unless it was just a body double. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a glorious, glorious day.